Want to get the sound of your hard rock heroes? Well, grab your guitar and your VCR or DVD player and get ready. In the Style of Metallica will teach you the guitar styles of James Hetfield and KIRK HAMMETT, including thunderous guitar techniques like speed picking, and you'll also learn licks and riffs from killer Metallica songs, including For Whom the Bell Tolls, One, Motor Breath, and many more. In More Metallica, you'll expound on the heavy metal techniques that crumble concrete from an all-new assortment of Metallica songs, riff by riff, including Whiskey in the Jar, Blitzkrieg, Hero of the Day, 2x4, and much more. Want to arm yourself with a vulgar display of power? In the Style of Pantera explores the twisted metal madness of Dimebag Darrell, including great information on alternate tunings for super low crunch guitar rhythms, and tons of licks and riffs from explosive Pantera songs, including 5 Minutes Alone, Hold Your Mouth, Walk, and many more. You wanted the best, you got the best. Rock history would never be complete without Kiss. And in this video, you'll learn the guitar styles of Ace Frehley, Vinnie Vincent, Mark St. John, and Bruce Kulick. Discover what it takes to embody the very essence of a band that's influenced generation after generation of rockers by learning lick and riff techniques from your favorite Kiss classics, including Calling Dr. Love, Flaming Youth, Detroit Rock City, God of Thunder, Shout It Out Loud, Cold Gin, Hotter Than Hell, and many more. Few rock harder than the Motor City madman himself, Ted Nugent. Dig into the techniques that'll rock the stacks and learn licks and riffs from classic Ted Nugent songs, including Cat Scratch Fever, Dog Eat Dog, Stormtroopin', Great White Buffalo, Free For All, Street Rat, and many more. Want to develop a style that'll stand the test of time? In the Style of Aerosmith helps you learn the guitar techniques of Joe Perry and Brad Whitford, including right hand techniques, amp and effect settings, blues scales, and more. You'll also learn lick and riff techniques from rock standards like Walk This Way, Sweet Emotion, Dream On, Toys in the Attic, Same Old Song and Dance, and many more. The Greatest Metal Riffs of the 80s is an essential collection of the licks, riffs, and styles that define one of the most significant eras in rock and roll. Kurt Mitchell will teach you the guitar secrets of the 80s metal masters, including Quiet Riot, The Scorpions, Def Leppard, Dio, and more. And you'll also learn licks and riffs straight out of Headbanger Heaven, including Come On Feel the Noise, We're Not Gonna Take It, Welcome to the Jungle, and many more that may make you break out the spandex and definitely will set your axe ablaze. To take your guitar playing skills to the next level, you'll need a solid understanding of physics, fretboard physics. A 6-volume total training course for those who want to be the best guitarists they can be. Volume 1, Beginning Guitar, will get you acquainted with basic guitar technique, including what you need to know about your equipment and the structure needed to play songs. Volume 2, Intermediate Guitar, is jam-packed with everything from fret hand techniques, patterns and scales, vibrato, pull-offs and hammer-ons, and more. Volume 3 gives you a solid understanding of music theory, including chromatic scales, intervals, and triad formulas. Volume 4 deals with rhythms and compositions, skills that you need to endure as a truly effective songwriter and musician. Volume 5 will walk you through the process of advanced soloing techniques that will take your guitar leads and tone to screaming new heights. And in Volume 6, you'll put it all into action by using practice tracks to perform your newly acquired skills and attitude at a level far beyond what you expected. So be the guitarist you always wanted to be with the ultimate guitar training course, Fretboard Physics, available now from MVP Home Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Kurt Mitchell. Welcome to the In the Style of More Metallica. I'm going to give you an A or open fifth string to tune to. We're a half a step down, okay? I'm not going to tune up to ordinary pitch. If we run across something as we're blowing through these riffs that's in standard pitch, I'll let you know, and you can go, if you want to play along with it, you know, later on, you can tune up to standard pitch. But we're going to stay half step down. I'll tell you a trick about half step down too. This guitar is set up for 10s for a half step down. When I put 9s on it, I can put it at standard pitch. And it seems to, for some reason, it seems to work real good that way. So if you have a floating tremolo, right, and you want to go a half step down, put one more gauge up. These are 10s. I use 9s for standard pitch. You follow what I'm saying? The thicker the string, the less tension you need. I also got this little thing called a trem setter, because I get sick of my knife edges wearing out and it not being able to go right back. And this little thing allows it to go right back to the same place all the time. And that helps. So I'm going to give you an A, open fifth string. We're going to tune up, and you go ahead and for this first set of riffs we're going to be in drop D too, so that means tune your E string down to a D. So here's your A or open fifth string. Go ahead and take your A, tune your A to my A, stop the tape, tune your guitar to your A, come back, check, see what we're in tune. If you got a tuner, tune everything 1/2 step down, and on top of that we're tuning to drop D. Okay, here's what's up with the gear. Hetfield gets this sound that's very hollow, alright? So I'm playing a Marshall, I turn all the mids off, okay? I turn all the mids off. As it comes through the board, the microphone goes through the board, I turn about 600 hertz and I take those out too, okay? And it gets this real heavy, right? It almost sounds like the air is being pulled out of the room when you listen to the sound of the guitar. The best sounding one is on I think it's on Master of Puppets. Is the best sounding guitar sound that he's ever gotten in this style of playing, I think. So anyways, we're in D, we're tuned up, and we're off like a herd of wild turtles. Here's riff 1. Here's some Hetfield picking for you on the right hand. I'll show you the right hand. It's mostly just up and down. And you got to relax, so make sure you try to relax. It's if you get stiff, you can't do this. So here you go. Same thing. Right hand, slow. Here on riff 5, what we're going to do is I'm gonna play some slide for you, which is cool. Metallica playing slide. Who would have thought? This is my favorite type of slide. It's a coarse seeding bottle. You can get them down at the old guitar place, wherever you want it, wherever you buy your stuff. You can usually buy these things. You can get them in metal. You can get them in, you know, you can actually cut up mic stands and make them. But this is the smoothest. This is the best sounding that I've found. Make sure you bridge the back. You want to keep all the extraneous noise down. You don't want to hear any strings except for the notes that you're playing. Also, the sound that we're going to be using. When I did my album with Max Norman, he told me that that in order to differentiate between the rhythms and the leads, you should change the sound. So the sound has got a lot more mids in it, and it's got maybe some chorus on it and some reverb. I'm not going to toy with that. That means I got to go change all the sounds and change them all back. But that's why the sound gets different. And this one's got a lot less highs and a lot more mids in it. Not here. but when you listen to it, it is. All right, this is Riff 5. So always remember to play on the fret, because that's where the note is. If you press down, you'll notice that the note's fretted from here up. So when you play slide, you got to play on the fret, not in the middle, or you'll be flat. We tuned our E string back up to E, so it's no longer in D. Here we go, it's Riff 7. We got a wah-wah pedal hooked up to this. Here's Riff 8. There's on this particular recording, this production, it seems like they've gotten a lot looser with their picking. I know on Master of Puppets it was very, very tight, and I believe Hetfield did both sides of the stereo rhythm playing, and I think they're both going at this at the same time, which means Mr. Hammett's on the other side and Hetfield's over here. But I mean, I remember it being really tight, like. I mean, very tight, and this is a lot looser. It's a lot easier to play because that's hard to play picking down that fast. Your elbow wants to break and your arm falls off. So, anyways, I just wanted to make that point. Here on Riff 10, the guy who helps me do these tapes brought this thing over here. It's a Parker. It's pretty neat. I'm using it because it's got a front pickup, a neck pickup in it, and so we're gonna get on with it. We got some chorusing going on too from the board. But if you got a stomp box, go ahead and use it. Here's Riff 10. Alright, we changed sounds, and what's happening here on Riff 12, when I used to play live, I used to run 2 rigs, clean and dirty. I believe that these guys do the same thing. They got a totally clean system and a totally dirty system, and guys like Santana, they got a third one that's like somewhere in between, you know what I mean? Which you can cover with a distortion pedal. But what I've done is I've changed the amp, and I put some chorus through the amp, and here's what it's going to sound like. It's very, very clean. And bridge pickup too, by the way, you can always tell, because bridge pickups sound like this. Alright, here's Riff 12. Riff 14, back to distortion, here we go. We got a wah-wah pedal hooked up for this. Riff 16. Here's Riff 19, a little bit of wah-wah pedal. Here's Riff 21. If you're keeping score, there's a bit of reverb on this that you're not going to hear right now because I'm not going to go turn it on. But here's how it sounds. Anyways, huh? Riff 21. Alright, I got a digital delay hooked up to my guitar here. This was done in the studio, that's why you hear it. If you're listening to the record, it goes doink and then it comes back on the other side, and it's real clean and crisp. That's a studio delay. We are tuned half a step down. This song is played a whole step down. We're not going to goof around with that. If you want to play with it, to the CD, you're going to have to tune your guitar a whole step down, okay? But we're still in the pitch that we originally tuned to in the beginning, which is 1/2 step down, okay? Here we go. Riff 24. Here's Riff 26, clean sound. Here we go. Here's the right hand on this. This is kind of hard to do because you're skipping the G string most of the time, from the B down to the D, down to the A. It goes like this. It's the same as the other one with the exception of the F. If I didn't tell you before, and I'm sure I didn't, this is tuned at normal pitch if you want to play along with the CD, alright? All down picking. Here we go. Riff 33, tight picking, very tight picking. Riff 34. Remember I was talking about sloppy picking in the Bob Rock produced stuff, you know, when we started this thing? This is very tight. This is very clean, tight picking. You can hear the Diamond Head influences. I believe these songs are actually written by Diamond Head. And so you can hear their influences and this is just seriously tight, heavy metal playing. Alright, let's get on to the next riff. Here's Riff 36. I got a Boss octaver going on this thing, and we just got a 1 octave below going. By the way, this is tuned a whole step down. We're in the same tune. Here we go. 40, we got our octaver back on. Well, that about wraps us up. Couple of pedals in this thing. I've done some tapes before with tons of pedals. We got a wah-wah pedal, we got an octaver, got a chorus pedal. That's about it. The mids on the board are turned down, you know, so just take the mids on your amp, crank them down if you want that mean heavy tone. The last song we did was a Thin Lizzy tune, a good old Irish jig, don't you know? And it's a good one too. The thing is about Metallica is it was tight, real tight when they were early in like 87 and 90, and then they got a little, you know, I guess they got sick of doing it, you know what I'm saying, being real contrite and clean and tight. So they just started rocking out, man, and so it's the newer stuff's a lot easier to play. The older stuff for me is a lot more fun. But anyways, like I said, I've had a good time doing it. Or if I hadn't said it, I'm saying it now. And until next time I see you, I'm Kurt Mitchell. Take it easy.
MVP Home Entertainment is proud to present the ultimate video resource for today's rock guitarists with the Guitar Method in the Style of series, hosted by legendary guitarist KIRK Mitchell. Learn to play like a guitar legend with multiple camera angles and on-screen tablature that help you pick apart all your favorite licks and riffs from a huge selection of video titles covering the styles of rock icons from the past to the present. Each and every lick and riff is played at fast and slow tempos with extreme close-ups and are also indexed by number for easy repeat access to what you're learning at the moment. You can jam along with full song arrangements called RYTHM TRAX to develop your solo technique and learn the tips and tricks that'll give you the guitar sounds you need. And with over 50 titles available from MVP's In the Style of series, you're sure to find what you need to rock on. The In the Style of series is definitely the best way to develop the sounds of the guitar gods. In the Style of Jimi Hendrix explores the techniques of the most influential guitarist of the 20th century, and you'll learn how to dial in Jimi's raw sound, as well as lick and riff techniques from classic Hendrix tunes, including Foxy Lady, Voodoo Child, All Along the Watchtower, Are You Experienced, Little Miss Strange, and many more. In the Style of More Hendrix takes your quest for Jimi's raw sound to the next level, and you'll learn lick and riff techniques from a new assortment of classic Hendrix tracks, including Fire, If 6 Was 9, Power of Love, and more. The diversity, power, and grit of Eric Clapton's guitar style is indisputable, spanning over 4 decades of groundbreaking recordings with many of rock's most influential groups and as a solo artist. In this video, you'll learn over 50 licks from Clapton's most popular songs, including Layla, Hideaway, Forever Man, and many, many more. In the Style of More, Clapton takes you even further into his diverse guitar stylings with licks and riffs and rhythm techniques from a new assortment of Clapton tunes. Discover the inner workings of Clapton's songwriting prowess and melodic genius. Stevie Ray Vaughan was the embodiment of a truly soulful, legendary bluesman. And in this video, you'll learn to play the entire arrangement of Stevie's guitar anthem, Crossfire. You'll also get hot tips and tricks on getting the right sound and learn more of Stevie's guitar chops with a cool set of bonus riffs. In the Style of More, Stevie Ray Vaughan gives you a huge lick and riff library, and you'll develop an indispensable arsenal of scathing blues techniques. Learn licks and riffs from some of the most memorable Stevie Ray Vaughan recordings ever made, including Tightrope, Tin Pan Alley, Love Struck Baby, and many more. Guitar legend Eddie Van Halen helped take rock to new heights with unparalleled ingenuity and raw guitar virtuosity. And after this video, you'll add a whole new vocabulary of guitar techniques to your playing style. Plus, you'll learn licks and riffs from Van Halen songs including Eruption, Panama, Hot for Teacher, Running with the Devil, and many more. In the Style of More, Van Halen will help you dial in Eddie's legendary Brown sound step by step. Plus, you'll get 3 of KIRK Mitchell's killer rhythm tracks to develop your a la Eddie solo chops, plus a new assortment of Van Halen tunes to learn from as well. The 50 greatest guitar riffs of all time is a must-have video for any guitarist that wants to increase his knowledge of the rock genre and its diverse techniques from a huge list that reads like a who's who of rock's elite. This video will definitely intensify your skill as a rock guitarist.